Daygame versus Nightgame. Which one is better? Hey, did you know that Daygame is 20 out of 35 and Nightgame is only 15 out of 35? So to get over the line of fuckability, looks is out of 10. Money is out of 5. Status is out of 10 for your race. Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control, and game, they're 2.5 points each. Get 20 out of 35, you automatically get laid. I get another video testimonial. It's that fucking simple. However, Night Game is different. It's not actually 20 out of 35. It's only 15 out of 35. That's right. Night Game is not the same. So, having said that, I'm going to share with you 3 secrets of why day game is better than night game. So that's what I'm going to talk about. And you might be like, well, what the fuck? Why can't we do both? Not just day game, but night game too. Why not? Why do we have to choose one over another, John? Well, just because you're a day game coach, so that's why you like, that's why you like day game more. But no, that's not the real reason. Although it partially is true. It partially is true. However, there's a reason why that I think that it's better because it sounds crazy, but you might think game is game. Why don't I just learn both? Because game is game, John. But in reality, I think one of them is better because game is not game. One of them is extremely different. And the people that try to do both day game and night game, they actually don't get laid. In my teaching experience, you might be saying, "What? What do you mean?" That sounds like kind of crazy because if they focus on both, then they'll get some leads and stuff. Am I right? And then that way, if they have more leads, then they'll get laid. Well, I tell you, that's actually completely nonsense. You actually don't get more lays from doing that because you're splitting your attention. You're like, what do you mean? If you do day game and night game at the same time, it's like a pie chart. Then you cannot focus on any one thing. You split it in half. And when you half-ass things, you won't get laid. And you're like, well, what do you mean? Explain yourself, John. This sounds absolutely ridiculous. Join the fucking live. All right. So basically, game is not game. Game is only 2.5 points. You're like, well, what do you mean? It's nothing but loud music in the club. It's alcohol with down the fuck women. So in reality, for night game, you don't get to use the whole 20 out of 35. You cannot physically talk at all because the music is too loud. It's like, doof, 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 doof. If it's so loud, then how can you ever really like talk and really get emotional control? You cannot. So that's why day game is better. Of course, you might be saying, well, of course, it's your field. It's day game. Maybe you don't like nightclubs, John. Maybe you don't drink. Well, that's true. I don't drink. And I do not like clubs. That's 100% true. So, having said that, I'm just going to preach the gospel. I'm going to share with you 3 secrets with you today that's going to revolutionize the way you think about day game versus night game. So, I'm John Elite, in case you guys don't know. I have 666 day game laid info testimonials. That's who I am. You're like, whoa, that's quite a lot. Yeah, because think about it this way. I search Reddit on their seduction forum, so I want to see who got laid. So I put the word laid. And statistically, this is actually very shocking. I couldn't believe it. So how many people got laid in 2025? They're giving each other advice, right? So somebody has to get laid. Only one person got laid in 2025, so it became harder. I'll explain how this connects to day game versus night game later on. Once you get your answer, you'll be like, oh, it makes so much sense. In 2024, the high interest rates, Reddit for day game only had 3 people getting laid. So in reality, it's like a giant place with 777,000 people, and nobody actually got laid, which is ridiculous. But as I was trying to say, in case you don't know, I have 666 laid info testimonials. So versus 1. So they can't hate on me. So what is night game coaches using the mystery method, right? And RSD method, but mostly mystery method. But they cannot transfer it like to day game. For some reason, like look at ABCs of low self-esteem, Asian, that company. They're actually taught by mystery. Mystery taught that guy. So they start teaching Asians and stuff for even for day game, mystery method like DHV stories and all this other stuff that does not work. So what does work? The thing is that night game does not transfer to day game because night game coaches like mystery method derivatives derived from the mystery method. It's like they're playing chess. You know, what do you mean by chess versus paintball? Well, think about it this way. The games is like really boxed in for nightclubs. There's like 4 walls. Okay, there might be more than 4 walls, but there's roughly 4 walls. And there's loud music, there's alcohol, there's table service, and stuff like that. And there's a bar. That's in a dance studio or a dance place. That's night game. It's boxed in. You can barely talk to each other. You have to scream in her ears. I like your style. It's like she's like, what do you say? I said I like your style. I say like, oh, thank you. That's what she's saying. And then she walks away. And it's like, well, what the hell happened? Right? Especially the Asian masculinity people with their black shirts and their big bulky Ninja Turtle, compound Ninja Turtle bodies. It's like, oh, another rejection. So they get bulky until the end of the night. And maybe they can pull out Asian women home because they stand out like a big, big fat football player. So, but that's not the point. The point is, it's like chess versus paintball. Paintball is very dynamic. You don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of like you have emotional intelligence. She's not down to fuck at all. She's not down to fuck. So therefore, it's harder. It's just like Tinder. Tinder is down to fuck. Night game is down to fuck. Day game, however, can be platonic as shit if you fuck it up. And you can get friend zoned in no time because there's an expectation for night game to have sex at the end of the night if she chooses you. Does that make sense? So for day game, there's no reasonable expectations, although a lot of my students same day lay. There's no reasonable expectations that she's just going to jump on your dick. So when you think about it, chess is really limited and paintball is just all over the place, different places. It's just more dynamic, meaning day game is more dynamic. It has emotional intelligence. This is why it's so hard because people like mystery method and those kind of systems, those derivatives, they're always thinking inside the mystery method box. Give a thumbs up for that understanding. If it's in the mystery method box, think about it this way. Elon Musk has 5 principles for engineering. And this is going to break all 5 of them for day game. Number 1, be less dumb. So if you're using the mystery method, you're being more dumb. Oh, I got to DHV it. I got to go on multiple dates and try to close afterwards. It's like, I got to have a 3-second rule. So this is night game. How does that apply to day game? Unless you want to do a ton of volume. My students can get laid in 1 to 6 approaches. So that's already being more dumb. So what's number 2? And you saw it with Doge, right? Eliminate unnecessary steps. Eliminate unnecessary steps. That's the thing about the Elon Musk 5 principles. So you must start eliminating stuff. You must eliminate the 3-second rule. You must eliminate the DHV stories. You must eliminate indicators of interest. You got to look for indicators of compliance. Does that make sense? You got to eliminate nonstop dates before you can bring seduction after 7 hours, because that's being more dumb. By eliminating the steps, you become more efficient. And let's take it further for the mystery method derivatives. You got to eliminate seeding the pole because they're down to fuck. So they can seed the pole as soon as they walk out of the club by isolating her. Because they get her out there, then they can see the idea that they have wine at their place or some shit like that. But that's the problem. Because in Daygame, she's not down to fuck. So if you say, I got wine at my place, whatever, you want red wine or white wine, she's going to say, what the fuck? No. She's going to eject and go home because she's not down to fuck. It's not like Tinder. It's not like Nightgame. So it's harder. So that's the thing. They're thinking that. So what's the third step of Elon Musk 5 principles? It is don't optimize what does not need to be optimized. I'll say this again. Don't optimize what does not need to be optimized. There are some things that you should not fuck around with. For example, DHV stories. Did you know that when my Chinese students, right, and they try to use DHV stories, you know what happens to them? You know what happens to my Asian students? They tried it. And they're like 5'8" or 5'7". They're short. As soon as they give a DHV story to a white girl, she goes cold. And you're like, well, why would she go cold? It doesn't make any sense. Because she doesn't believe the short Chinese guy. When the guy's saying, oh, you've been traveling to all these countries? I also been traveling too. Right? You try DHV, and then she's going to be like, well, this Chinese minority is trying to show off to me. Therefore, she turns cold and walks away. And you're like, what happened? I thought mystery said DHV. No, it has to be plausible. Because a tall white guy is more plausible that he'll travel to many countries than some short Asian ethnic or some Indian guy. So that's optimizing what does not need to be optimized. DHV stories, 3-second rule. At least it won't work for Daygame. And the fourth step is reducing the time it takes to get that lay, or reducing the time it takes to get the car out of the factory. So when you think about it, my system is the fastest way from point A to point B. If they can get laid in 1 to 6 approaches, if they leveled up, they rehearsed it. I mean, you may disagree with me. I don't want to show up every day. Fuck you, John. I don't want to show up. I have to check in. Well, think about it this way. If you don't check in every day and develop a habit for 21 days, I know it doesn't sound fun, but it does eliminate the time it takes to get laid. You can either do a bunch of mass approaching out there or use the same energy to work on drills. So when you go back out there, you automatically change. Hey, what's up? Does that make sense? You automatically change without the habits, and you're using tactics. If I'm wrong, we look at Reddit in their seduction forum. They have 777,000 people. How can only one person get laid? I looked up all the threads in 2025. Only one person got laid for Daygame. So this is like the worst advice in the world. And they follow mystery. They follow these white dating coaches. They're worshippers. Their advice is complete nonsense. They have the lowest success rate in the world, and they're trying to get outraged at me. No wonder, because they're jealous. Because they don't follow the Elon Musk 5 principles, do they? And where are they again? Because we haven't reached number 5 yet. The very first principle is, 1 second. The very first principle is be less dumb. We talked about that, right? Principle number 2. We talked about eliminating unnecessary steps. Principle number 3. Don't optimize what does not need to be optimized. Number 4. Reduce the production time to get the car out of the factory, or reduce the time it takes to get late. What's number 5? What's number 5? Number 5 is called automation. What's automation? You become automatic with habits, not tactics. It's like the skills. To get better at skills, you have to go from unconscious incompetence, meaning you don't know what you don't know, your mistakes. You have a coach like me pointing it out. Then you go to conscious incompetence. I point it out and you are aware of what your mistakes are. Then you go to conscious competence eventually. You start doing it correctly. And then you do it enough times, it becomes unconscious competence. It becomes second nature. Because of that, once you get the first four, then everything works together. Then you get nonstop lays. They're still thinking in a 2D way. So if women are not down to fuck, it's harder in Daygame. So you have to convert her for Daygame. So if you try Nightgame and you're seeding the pole, and and then she gives you objections when you're walking home, and you don't pass the objections because you're like a 5'1" Asian or 5'2" or 5'3" ethnic. You're short. You have no value whatsoever. And then what happens is you're screwed. She doesn't like you. You might pull her home, but she's not down to fuck because she's just trying to be nice to you just to see how far you take it. And the whole thing becomes a waste of time. Does that make sense? So the whole thing becomes a waste of time. And that's what you don't want to do, because you want to make sure that you actually, if you get her, you will not get her back home. You're short, little ethnic. She doesn't care. You have no value. Why would she care? Doesn't make any sense. Right? And then you get frustrated, but ABCs of low self-esteem Asian company can still get people laid from Nightgame because it's only 15 out of 35. It's not 20 out of 35 like Daygame. Does that make sense? Looks out of 10, money out of 5, status out of 10. Social skills 2.5, social calibration is 2.5, emotional control 2.5, and game 2.5. 20 out of 35. But Nightgame is 15 out of 35. So what is Tinder? Tinder shouldn't even count. It's like, oh yeah, I got Tinder lays for the students and stuff. No, it's a body count, not a lay count. So Tinder's like 12 out of 35, really. If you're white, you already got 10, right? 2-point text game, she comes out automatically with a 4 out of 10. But if you're Asian, you'd be a passport bro. And then you try to maximize your social skills. No, I mean, not social skills. I mean, what the fuck am I saying? Your high status job, which is engineer, compared to local Latino sort of countries, like Latin countries. And then you have like a high status lifestyle in your Instagram. You have a thorough money status advantage traveling in your Instagram. And you also have exotic advantage. So you boost 4 points for Asians when they only have 1 point. That's 5 points. That's why they like to go to these places. Sure, they may get a lot of rejections, but if they go to like Latin America, they might get like 1,000 matches or 800 matches on the first day there on Tinder. So that's the thing. But I'm going to share with you 3 secrets about if women aren't down to fuck, then it's harder in Daygame, and how you can understand why my students get laid with the arrow science, maneuver, sexualize, and objections looping instead of seeding the pole. That's right. And that's the thing. On Reddit, only 1 person got laid in 2025. I looked at every thread. I search every thread. If they get laid, they're going to show everyone and brag. Only 1 person. And the rest of them says Daygame is getting harder. So that doesn't make any sense. How can Reddit, out of 777,000 fucking people in this seduction forum, 777,000, and only 1 person got laid? And the only people that got laid from Reddit, really, that did not post about it, are my students. A lot of them, the recent ones in this year, are actually Reddit people. Look at the guy who got a stripper, that Asian guy who got a stripper. He's actually from Reddit. He's one of the bigger posters there. He's one of the bigger posters. He got like a half Latina, half black stripper model girlfriend from my training this year. He's the biggest fucking Redditor on that fucking forum. I just told him not to post her anymore. Okay? Because he likes to like brag and stuff about his conquest when his reality is my training. But now maybe he should post her and tell people how good my training is. But why supplicate to Reddit when they don't get laid? It's like a 777,000 fucking sociopaths. I'm not calling individual sociopaths. I'm just saying collectively. That's why they're stuck with the mystery method, Nightgame shit, and RSD, which is also a Nightgame system. For Daygame, they rarely get people laid. So how can Reddit be so ineffective? These are armchaired experts. It really goes to show you opinions as facts does not fucking work. So here's the thing. So instead of seeing the poll, right? Or thinking you go on many dates, you get her phone number after the club. Like Mystery says, you got to have 7 hours watch time, like Mystery, before you even use seduction. And then afterwards, right, after a couple of dates, then you can go into the seduction stage. Shut up, Mystery. You don't have any fucking late testimonials. You never have the same day late infield. You have 0 day game late testimonials for day game. You have no idea what you're talking about. Stick to night game. Stop commenting on day game on these global game platforms, scamming networks. So these people are former engineers, not Mystery, but most of them. All these coaches that use Mystery kind of style, derivatives, they're all former engineers. They're socially impaired, even with romantic flirts. That's the thing. It doesn't fucking work. It's so Asperger's is socially impaired. I'm not like diagnosing them as Asperger's, but a lot of engineers are Asperger's. They're monotone. They're very logical people. They're extremely logical people. So when they try to understand date game, they might use alcohol and heavy bedroom escalation. Drop it a like for the algorithms. Fuck yeah, right? A drop a like if you think Reddit are stupid fucking people in the seduction forum. If there's 777 people, I search on the search bar, I found only one person laid for a day game in 2025. Oh, all their fucking sociopathic opinions as facts, hating on John Elite, the world's best day game coach. Somehow it's a bad thing if I get people laid. They have these stupid fucking straw man arguments saying stupid shit like, oh yeah, only certain people get laid and the rest get like that. I don't even know how to defend against bullshit like that. How do I defend against bullshit that is a straw man argument? I'm not going to defend myself because it makes no fucking sense. It's just like moral outrage. It's like, oh yeah, it's like it disguises a review. Really, motherfucker? Really? 770, okay, 777,000 people and only one could get laid. The rest of them said, day game, is it harder this year? How do you get laid? Dude, what the fuck? Just follow my fucking system. The one that they kept dismissing, saying it's wrong. Oh, supplements. I don't even know how to defend against it. It's working. I could post another 100 video testimonials right now. That's why I posted on my main channel. Do you know I took down 40 videos recently? And I'm going to censor them even further. That's already 40. I have 60 unreleased late fucking testimonials for day game. If I post all of them and people act MGTOW and they act fucking poor and fucking cheap, and then I just post them. They pump their state. They don't even approach it. They turn more MGTOW. Fuck that. But I will post them. But I will call you guys out. Johnny Lee is the world's best day game coach. Only one game people late. So anyways, Asperger's gets you boxed in. I know you're probably thinking, well, John, game is game, right? Shut up. Game is game. This is samurai style. Swing your big game sword. Game is game. Just mass approach, more push pulls, more putting her jumping through loops, more challenging her, more compliance loops by holding her hand and see how if she lets go or not. Fuck mystery methods. Fuck the 3-second rule. Fuck DHV stories. Fuck going on multiple dates. Fuck all that seeding the pole. Fuck all that shit. It's all bullshit. All fucking bullshit. Doesn't make any sense. It's all nonsense. It doesn't work for day game. I know what you're probably thinking. A game is game. But again, I'm going to show you a great way you could spot other coaches like ABCs of low self-esteem that cannot get their students laid for day game. And they only got one in 2024. In Peru or Mexico, one of those countries, for an Asian guy with glasses. 2024, one. None in 2023, none in 2022, none in 2025. But none of the other years during the inflation, they got no fucking lays for day game. So let's talk about the first secret. Okay, we're finally here. The mystery method or misery method does not fucking work. It's not 20 out of 35 because it's 15 out of 35 for the line of fuckability. The big idea here is that you don't need as many points to get over the line because the women are drunk and they're down to fuck before. There's loud fucking music. You can't talk for shit. Hey, I like your style. And she's like, what do you say? I say I like your style. She's like, what do you say? It's not transferable to day game. And you cannot be calm. You cannot have like emotional control. So therefore, that's not the same. And also because of the winner or loser effect. Good afternoon, players. John, do you suggest approach the hot tens? Yes, you need more fucking training, Mr. M. Get back to doing the drills, right? You may have a couple of fuck buddies, but you got to get back to doing the fucking drills, right? You want the tens? You do the drills. But I'm going to teach you a new method of game. But you have to do the drills first to raise your social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. And then I'll finally teach you the secret game method I taught the other Jewish white guy. When he finally did it, then he got 8 out of 10 Ukrainian. And he's still traveling with her right now. But I will not teach that secret style. It's called behavioral game. The stuff I've not put in my products yet. This is what naturals do. So if you want a 10 out of 10, I can get you a 10 out of 10. But you also got to raise your lifestyle and also your money. Don't you understand that? You got to have some survival value too, because that's like 5 points for the money. As I was saying, this is important because when you follow night game systems, you get stuck for day game. It's always some stupid 3-second rule. DHV stories and trying to fit a chess game into a fucking paintball game. Paintball is very dynamic. It's like a war simulator. It's dynamic, real time. It's not just like 4 walls and then you try and maneuver her out of there like a chess game. And night game systems rarely get late testimonials during the inflation. In fact, Reddit only has one person laid in 2025 for a day game in their seduction form. How can it be? If we do the mathematics, right? I'm going to ask ChatGPT, okay? What, hey, ChatGPT, if Reddit only has like 777,000 people and only one person got laid for day game, right? Just one person. What is their success rate in 2025 inflation / tariff? Let's see it. Now it's thinking a little bit. Let's see what their success rate is for Reddit. A bunch of sociopathic fools. I'm not saying individually, but collectively, sociopaths are drawn to Reddit. What? Come on, phone. Come on. Come on, GPT-5. You're supposed to be smart. Fucking hurry up. Okay, calculating success rate. Come on now. Come on. Come on, GPT-5. Come on. Calculating. What the fuck? Ah, we'll just let it calculate then. All right, as I was saying, they need to shut the fuck up. So I'm going to play a testimonial. Okay? This guy's from Reddit. He's one of the bigger Redditors. The biggest one probably on the seduction forum. But he's my student, and I told him not to post on it. He got a stripper. So let's hear what he has to say. I think he's here. I'm not sure. If he's not here, then I'll find another way to post it. Yeah, where the fuck is he? Okay, maybe he's on the phone. Okay, so that's like roughly 0.001. Wait, the rate among participants would be 1 out of like, okay, you're not answering my question. Out of 777,000 people, what is the success rate? Is it like 0.00001 or something like that? Stupid. But yeah, this Chinese guy, I'm not sure if I have the testimonial here. Let's look at it on Google Drive. I had to censor it. I got to be more organized with this stuff. But there's one guy who got a stripper. Okay, here's his testimonial, but it's not censored. I cannot post it like that. I have it right here. Yeah, he got a stripper. So one of my students have a stripper. I'm trying to think about where do I leave the testimonial. That's the thing. Is it on the first channel or second? Maybe it's on the first. We can move on from here. But that's fucking stupid. I need to organize better. Okay, we'll just post the testimonials of the. How about this? An Italian student got like fucking 8 lays in a row, and he's banging like 9 out of 10s and stuff like that. We'll just post his one. Let's see if it plays.
I am Italian. I am traveling. I actually just got back. I just had sex with the Polish girl, and in the last 2 hours, not 2 hours, 4 hours, I put twice actually. I put first with the girl.
So basically, if there's 8 testimonials, I only posted 2 of his, right? I said I have another 100 video testimonials I can post in a row, right? For the haters. 40 of them I've taken down. I can always repost it. This one, there's another 6 of them already over here.
The dojo, and then with the game. I had sex with this girl, Villa. And, this is all thanks to John. Well, since I switched to India and I started flirting the way he teaches and I started adjusting my tonality, like he's been showing me and my body language, my results are going crazy. Like in the last days, I had many, every day I'm getting instant days with 8s and 9s. Today I did the first lay since I've been starting working with John. I had pulls already, but I did not fuck close. But since he learned, he teach me to deal with objections, it's easier. And as a result, today I put and I fucked. And one blowjob and the other one sex. And yeah, I think I'm so fucking happy I'm starting working with John. He's tough. He's not easy to work with, and you have to adapt. And he will make you change your mindset. Will make you.
Yeah, it's not easy to work with. I am tough, but it doesn't mean people should be pussies and then just like start crying and just like worry about punishment. And you don't get punishment if you actually fucking show up and stop running away, right? Some people don't take responsibility for anything. They don't take any responsibility. They run away. It's actually their fault because they're losers, because they're not focused, because they have no emotions.
Mindset of soldier of fucking privacy, like straight to the mission. And I think that's what I needed. And I think it's helping me also in other areas of my life, like business. And I also do Muay Thai, and that helps me. So yeah, I think he's the best coach ever. My friend suggested me, and he told me John is the best dating coach in the world. I was a skeptic in the beginning, but now that I'm working with him, I agree. I think he's the best in the world, and he's really dedicated. Like he really cares that you get laid. So he basically texts you every fucking day and check on you if you are working, if you're doing the work. And I think you cannot get any better outside there. Like I think you know John and you decide to send money to another coach, you're basically deciding to get scammed. So you basically decide to flush money down the toilet. And I think there's nothing as good as John, not just for his style, is what he teaches, but also for the dedication that puts on you. Like when you work with him, you will see that he really cares about you. Like treats you like you're his brother or you're his son. Like checks on you every fucking day, make sure you're following the structure, you're doing the work. And I think he's the best. So I
Okay, here's the second lay. Okay, that's the first lay. This is a UMP victim before. Their stuff only gets him like 4 out of 10. You know, and it's really rare that he ever gets laid. He has to play a huge numbers game and get a lot of trauma. Most people slam out a bunch of 3s and 4s with UMP. It's nearly impossible to get like above that.
started working with John 3 weeks ago, and yesterday, July 6th, I got the second lay. Since I started working with him, thanks to
Give
his
it a thumbs
training.
up.
And the more I'm working with him, to be honest, the more I believe he's the best coach in the world, like the best you can get. And lately, particularly, it made me do some adjustment to my fashion and to my body language. He also made me go to a chiropractor. And difference, I mean, said it's been like night and day, literally. Like since I wearing the specific pants and shirt is suggested, and made me stand in a particular way with my body language, like the compliance I get in sets when I approach is amazing. It's insane. Sometimes it looks too easy. And also on dates, like this lay I got yesterday come from a date with the girl I met a few days before. And it's become really easy to run dates, and not because of some tricks, some tactics, but because the foundation of things, the foundation of principles that John has been explaining to me this year, we have been hammering down, not this year yet, this month, we've been hammering down, and it made me realize that I don't need any tactics, any line, any specific tricks to point the girl home. It's about knowing the foundation. It's about having the right habits. And every time I follow what he does, even if I'm stubborn sometimes that I want to make the things my way, I realize that following his ways is the best because it's what make me get late. So
Yeah, stubborn people are like, you know, I had a lot of tall Latinos that were very stubborn. Not the short guys. The short guys have a growth mindset. Even though they're stubborn, they still do it my way. But for the tall ones, right? they're very stubborn because in the past they used to get laid. Now, I mean, I bet even when they go on vacation for the taller Latinos, here's the truth: they probably went to Mexico or something on vacation, be passport bros just to see what happens. They probably did not even get laid. Now they realize how hard things are and that they have shitty tonality and no emotions. They're triggered feelings. Feelings are not the same as emotions. So let's see. How come there's not that many views? What the fuck? Daygame versus Nightgame. I'm just adding some tags to my channel.
Only teaching is like this, not just for this. Everything he teaches is about solid foundation, not tricks, not tactics. And yeah, again, the more I work with him, the more I'm convinced that he's the best, and that all these 4 years in this community, I wasted time listening to other coaches, to other pickup artists.
UMP.
And since I work with him, I see the quality of girls I'm able to date, to get laid with, has been much higher. It's been the highest than ever for me. And so super satisfied of the work I'm doing with him. If you want to get laid, work with John. Don't waste time with other YouTubers. So I have one of.
How about we play 3 testimonials and then we'll go to the next one and then we'll talk about the next topic and then we'll just play another 3 and then whatever left over, another 2. Yeah, we should do that. Give a thumbs up for that. 5'8" Italian becomes like getting fucking 9 out of 10s, right? How did he do it, Mr. M? He's your classmate before because he did the fucking work. You didn't even show up that much. We put we literally for the drills, this is the truth, okay? Mr. M. For the drills, we literally had like a punch card, right? Whenever you show up, we put like a check mark. Whenever others show up, you rarely showed up. They show up like fucking 10 times a week.
John students, today it's January 12th. I wanted to record a video for my third lay that I will meet with him since I started training with him. The first lay I was on December 31st. Then I got laid again down here on January 7th. And then I got laid again yesterday, which is January 11th. And since I started working with John, after years of getting burned out from direct game and never getting consistent results, never getting the type of woman I want, now with John I finally feel like I'm in control of my dating life. I'm in control of choosing the type of woman I want to bring into my life. And I feel it because all the days that happened so far and all the instant dates I had with 8 nights, it was never happened by chance. There's a system behind this training that John has, and there are skills that he makes you teach, and also there's a mindset that he wants you to build, which is tremendously helpful. And actually using this mindset training also for my business. So it was an interesting lay, this one, because I had a second lay and then I got into complacency. And John told me how to go back to your mindset list here.
So why do people disappear? Are they bored of getting looking at students late? Reddit can't even fucking get people late. Reddit is like fucking 777,000 people, and only one person got laid with your stupid fucking advice. What the fuck? Give it a thumbs up for those idiots who basically should not be hating. It's like a bunch of zombies.
Go back to practice it. That's what I did that day. I practiced the mindset, I my social skills, and I went out and I learned and I closed the girl. So it's not these cause and consequences. If you do what John teaches you, you will get laid as a consequence. It's not chance, it's not luck, it's not SMB because I'm 5'8". It's not status. I mean, I started having these results since I started working with John after being in the game community for 4 years. So after 4 years of paying other coaches, of following other gurus, whatever, now I finally
Yeah, he spent like so much money on boot camps. He probably spent like over $20,000 or $30,000 on fucking boot camps, and he only paid like 1/30th of the price here. So what are you guys complaining about? Because you're Megtel and you're fucking poor and cheap and stupid.
like I solved this problem. I always obviously want to get better and get more results. But after years of like pain and feeling like shooting in the dark, not having a direction, now I finally feel that with John I can get the results I want. And that's fucking amazing. And I think that's what every man wants with their dating life, to feel like they can get the woman they want when they want them. And John is the man that you need to do that because it's doing that with me. And I never thought I would get to this point. So I suggest John every fucking day of the week.
All right, that's it. So basically, let's get back to the point, okay? Let's talk about secret number 2. Secret number 2. We'll go back to this testimonial soon, okay? Good for him. Awesome. However, see how many fucking views is this video? This one's not showing up yet, so There's no way it's just 6 fucking views, right? What fucking losers? Unless it's miscounted. There's no way that's true. Look, if there's gonna be less views, this is gonna be the very last YouTube live. So give it a like or something and watch a little bit. There's only 6 fucking views. There's no fucking way. 7 now. Good. All right, let's continue. So the second secret, let me turn on the fan. I'm fucking dying here. The second secret is Daygame is harder, but my students who learns Daygame finds Nightgame easier because they get more points. If you're 20 out of 35 for Daygame, then doing fucking 15 out of 35 is a walk in the park. But you shouldn't focus on both. Just focus on one only. And you're like, well, what the fuck are you talking about, John? Why should you only focus on one? Okay. So imagine this is like a pie. Okay. I draw a pie over here. A circle. Hopefully you can see it. Fuck, you can't. Yeah, you can kind of see a circle here, right? What happens if you try to do Daygame and Nightgame? I would just draw right here. Something in the middle. See that? Now it becomes like this, right? So this is Daygame and then Nightgame. Let's put D and N. Daygame, Nightgame. Okay? Now your attention is divided. You can only spend 50% of the time, which is not enough for the drills. This is the fastest way to never ever get laid for Daygame during an inflation because it affects your tonality. The ones who always, for the students, who always says, John, what about Nightgame? I'm going to go Nightgame. I'm going to go night. These are desperate fucking losers. They're so fucking thirsty for a pussy that they'll be like, oh, can I use a Nightgame? I can't practice. I'm going to Nightgame tonight. You're not going to get fucking laid. What was the last time you got laid from Nightgame? If you're going to focus on Nightgame, you focus only on Nightgame. If you focus on Daygame, fuck Nightgame. Your time should not just, it's not more approaches. It's actually more drills and exercises. Of course, you might say, I disagree with you. I don't want to show up every day. Like, fuck you, John. Fuck you. I don't want to fucking show up. Fuck you, John. Right? I'm lazy. Fuck you, John. Well, how about I say this, motherfucker? If you don't fucking show up and practice the drills, you be like Reddit, where 777,000 people, only one person got laid for Daygame. If you don't show up, so that debunks mass approaching, doesn't it? If 777 people in the seduction forum did not get laid, except for one, then that debunks there is no such thing as a numbers game. Mystery method does not exist. It debunks everything. It's a perfect statistical data. It tells you what fucking losers they really are. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. See, when I swear more, right? The zombies, they're like, oh, he's turning back into Dan Pena now. John's gonna scare the shell of us. Oh, he's swearing, so he's mad. He's angry. It's like, shut up, you fucking losers. Like, wait until you fucking get laid first before you talk shit. Like, Reddit needs to shut the fuck up. Unless you can get laid, you should not talk shit. Because look at Marco or Mr. M. He's got more lays than you this year. The whole fucking Reddit forum. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So the main thing to understand here is that the more you try to focus on both, you split your fucking attention like a pie. It's 50-50. Okay? What happens if we actually split this even further? We're going to make a peace sign, right? Like a 3. First one, I'm going to put D for Daygame. N is for Nightgame. And then T is for Tinder. You see on the second one right here. Bigger than that first one. D and T. Daygame, now it's like 33% of your focus is here. Nightgame, 33% of your focus is here. Now Tinder, you're also swiping. This becomes an opportunity cost. The more you focus on these other things, the less you can focus on Daygame. Even if you focus on Daygame and Nightgame, the only thing you should focus on, let me draw another chart here, the circle. Okay, Hopefully you can see the D over here. So if you focus all on one thing, there's no need to focus on other things. This is, you know, should you do more drills or should you do more approaching? You should do 90% drills and 10% approaching. You'll get laid. Of course, you're like, you're wrong, John. That sounds crazy. Well, Reddit does not have anyone laid, so fuck them. You know, what do they know about that? What do they know? They have no idea what they're talking about. So I would choose the day game option. I would burn all the boats behind me if I were you. That's my best advice. But that's not fair. But you know, tall self-proclaimed high lay count coaches says you need more leads, right? Because when you got more leads, then it goes into your funnel. And when it go into your funnel, then you get more lays at the end. Look, they're only getting laid from 12 out of 35 fucking Tinder body count, not a lay count, body count. Because that's not a lay count. It's like, oh yeah, a student got 50 lays or something from Tinder. No, it counts as 0 lays. That's 40 body counts. 40 body counts. Does that make sense? Do the math. Do the mathematics. So, having said that, remember, this video needs to get at least 40 views or something, the last few, before I'm to make another video. Otherwise, I'll go on the second or the main channel and make videos. We need more views. Let me try to send this to other people. Okay, so with one success out of 777,000 on Reddit, the success rate, let me take a couple for Reddit. Okay. You know what's the percentage of success rate in Reddit for their sociopathic opinions as facts? 0.0001287% success rate. So it's about 0.00013, rounding off. That's not even 1% success rate. These guys are completely fucking delusional. And when they get angry at me, they're fucking delusional. They don't know what they're talking about. All right. Why is people leaving? Because I'm telling them not to use Tinder? Well, I'm just telling you guys the truth. The more you use fucking Tinder, unless you use Tinder while you're approaching, using some data on your phone, you don't want to hear that? Nobody wants to hear the fucking truth. Just do whatever my students are doing. You'll get laid faster. What the fuck? What the fuck? Fucking losers. Unbelievable. Okay, I need some better titles, right? Can you give me a better title than Day Game versus Night Game? Which one to choose? Or which one is better? Because people are dropping off. I need a good title. I'll ask ChatGPT then to give me a new title. Give it a thumbs up if you really like that. I'm telling you some real shit that nobody's talking about. Some real shit. The stuff that nobody can say. Yeah, we're gonna have to roast Reddit because they're fucking losers. They have no right to talk about Daygame, and everyone's giving each other advice. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I don't care about swearing because I don't have a filter. I just say whatever's on my mind. I don't have time to like market to you guys. I just have to tell you guys the truth. I could care less about right at this point trying to manipulate you and try to be nice to you so that way that you'll join my training. I'd rather just say some real shit. I really would. You have any questions about Nightgame in general? It's a good time to ask, or Daygame, and the difference. Let's see, different titles. Okay, I'll try this one. Daygame versus Nightgame. Which one wins in 2025? Yeah, I should do something different. All right. You just see if maybe one of the titles that people will show up, right? Instead of running away. The runners are the losers. All right. So this means that you think you're getting more leads, right? With a bigger numbers game using the mystery method tactics, and you're splitting your attention among three different things. In reality, you're just making it harder for yourself. Because if it's like day game, night game, Tinder, or day game, or just day game, night game, you're actually making it harder for yourself. Because you're the jack of all trades, the master of none. The jack of all trades, master of none. You focus on too many things at once. You focus on nothing because you get no skills for any of them. And it makes it harder on yourself during an inflation. So my students will skill max on like Reddit. One day game late testimonials in 2025. What fucking losers. Mystery and RSD doesn't work anymore. No wonder they're all fucking losers and they're so angry at me because they're jealous. They're jealous I keep posting late testimonials. You need ninja game, not samurai game. So if I win, possibly, but then the bouncers might search you, wonder what the fuck is that. But for day game, it will not work. But for night game, it might give you a little bit of compliance because you don't have enough 20 out of 35 for the social skills. Can you give me a like? I'm trying to get at least 40 views for the video, all right? If I get 40 views, I'll make another one. If I get less than 40, there's no chance. So any likes that you guys can give in watch time, it'll be great. But that I hope that answers your question. It's not going to work unless you focus on like 15 out of 35 night game. And you're obsessed with muscles. I told you, you're missing social skills. Right? Thank you very much, Mr. D. Thank you very much. But you're just missing, like, you're too focused on muscles, right? In 4 months, it's gonna blow up in your face, right? Hey, Mr. D, right? You know how I say some people are kind of like sociopathic with opinions as facts. No offense, but you know, in Reddit, they're the same way, right? Did you know in Reddit, I looked up how many people got laid. It turns out only one person in 2025 with their mystery method and their mass approach numbers game, Mr. D. You know that? I looked up all the threads in the seduction forum. Only one person got laid. 3 of them got laid in 2024. Do you know that? Statistically, they're all mass approaching like you are. Only my students are getting laid. I got 56 laid in post testimonials last year. And that Italian guy, he got like many lays. He got like 8 lays in a row and he quit because he found his, his girlfriend that he wants to be with. I hope he comes back because that guy has grit. I hope he does come back. All right. So let's continue some of his testimonials. We just focus. How about this? We'll just play like 2 of them quickly, and then the last one we'll play 3. This way we will not bore you. What's the next testimonial? Let's turn this fan off.
Oh, so I wanted to talk about 25 minutes send delay I had yesterday with a Kazaki girl. Said it was January 20.
This Kazaki, that's what he said. Not Kentucky. Kazaki, like Kazakhstan. Like Kazakhstan, #1 country in the world.
Been working out with John for a month and a half. Been in dating community for 4 years. Did bootcamps many times, but I've been wasting money on these bootcamps, and now John, like, I can see the results so consistently and so easily. Sometimes I feel like I'm cheating. Yeah, I can sing is John is the best dating coach in the world. And
I mean, this is number 4. This is a 4th late testimonial. This is 2024. Inflation, high interest rates. Reddit only has 3. He's already beaten the whole fucking Reddit.
You can save the money and still get way more results than all these other guys do have with these fake coaches bootcamps. So yeah, the thing is that the stuff that John is making me focus a bit is things that most coaches will never talk about. Easy stuff like how to nod when a woman talks, and you'd think this is does this really have an impact in your interaction? And it actually is. It actually is. And John has been able to break down the game, like the how to have such sexual interaction into pro principles, which seem really basic, but is really what makes a difference in the lays you get. And matter of fact, yesterday this is the 4th lay I get since working with him. And it happened in 25 minutes with a Zaki girl that usually are really conservative. So, I mean, go on this website, see how many fucking lays he has from his students, and I think that there's no more evidence you can get. So if you want to get laid fast as
unless you're a hater and somehow the testimonials are a bad thing, even though Reddit cannot get laid, they only have 1 for the whole fucking 2025. But they'll spin it. The haters will spin it. I love haters because every single time I get 100 more lay testimonials, I always have new haters that will suicide bomb the show of you because they're so jealous. They cannot control themselves. They have no emotions, but they got triggered feelings. They get so jealous because if they can't get laid and they quit right away and they blame you for it and they lie to everybody else, fake moral outrage. Oh, they're going to make sure if they're not going to get laid, nobody else will get laid. It's like, fuck you, right? Jealous.
possible.
Jealous. Next one.
Also, this is
Number 5.
my testimonial for John, and this is the 5th lay I get from him from Daygame. And yeah, since I started working with John, like my game changed completely, become way more natural, way without bullshit technicalities, without routines and so on, and little things that
no fucking mystery method routines. Right? That's only 7% of the words, not the 38% tonality, which these other fuckers dismiss because they have no emotions. They can't actually hear their depression in their voice. Oh, you're diagnosing us. You can't diagnose. I'm not a fucking psychiatrist. I'm just describing it. It sounds very bitchy and very sad. So
John system works without you having to spending thousands of dollars on bootcamps, and most of all, it allows you to sleep with girls way above your level.
Yep.
And without spending money, without having to crazy shit like social circle, and without using stupid routines. And
yeah, so Mr. M, you say how you get 10s, right? This guy's able to get 9s consistently. Just do what he did. He was your classmate. What the fuck? Just show up and do your drills, right?
yeah, so this is my 5th lay, and yeah, I'm still convinced. Like the more I work with John, the more I'm convinced that he's the best Daygame coach, especially when it comes to helping guys becoming more natural and have like radical change rather than like a surface level change that you have when you do like these stupid bootcamps and you're just excited about the bootcamp, but then you go home and you go back to your level. But with John training, you basically absorbs his systems and you build your habits that you bring with you with the rest of your life, so you can go out and get laid effortlessly. Like I got this lady I'm not even doing cold approach these days, and I got this lady from Daygame with this Russian girl that I met on the beach, and yeah, this is the point. Like when you work with John, you build the habits that stay with you. Like you don't need to do like 100 approaches to warm up and to get on stage. You don't need to do some stupid bootcamp that effect lasts just for 4 days. You build these habits, you build this part of your personality that allows you to attract other girls anytime. Like sometimes I go to gym, I go to the coffee shop, I go to the supermarket, and it just comes natural to me to take numbers, get dates without even having to go out just to meet girls. Like it becomes part of your life, and it's becomes so easy to talk to girls, to bring like new girls in your funnel, that it's basically you have to go out just to do game. Like when you learn what John teaches, you just have to exist, be out there, like in a place where there are girls, and you start so easily. Like it'd be so easy to start conversations and then turn these conversations into pools. Super fucking easy, like so natural that sometimes I'm surprised. Like I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just following the algorithm that John shared with me. Is super simple. It's like a few steps you have to follow to keep the conversation going and to build it.
Okay, he kept saying so natural, right? What the fuck does he mean? What does he mean? I'll tell you a secret, guys. I've been mentored by over 12 naturals. Mr. D, right? Are you still here? Don't say any names or anything like that or any information, right? But I believe you've seen my Pakistani mentor before. Am I right? If you're in Vancouver. One of the people that mentor me. I've been mentored by over 12 naturals. Have you seen him before? I think I saw him once, like 10 years ago. Okay. But he wasn't a good looking guy. He was just a regular, chubby looking dark-skinned guy, stocky, you know, and he's getting 10 out of 10s. Yeah, he's a natural. He has like 3 girlfriends, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. But anyways, he does exist. Don't give any information about him. Okay? But that's the thing. I'm only teaching the students, my students, how to become like him. That's all. They just become like a natural. They're just drilling it down. And then all these other Redditors who basically, so Reddit, this, because of their lack of success, they actually debunked the numbers game. This guy can get laid with 9 out of 10s in 3 approaches. First 2 of them will get a rejection, or they won't get enough. They will not get a phone number. They'll leave. The third one, they'll get a phone number closed. She always comes out. She always comes out, and they always have sex. And I seen it from the mansion. So if that were the case, over and over again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My students take 1 to 6 to get laid that day. For him, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, late, 1, 2, 3, 9 out of 10, 1, 2, 3, 9 out of 10. That's a natural right there, supernatural. With the mansion, that's like $3 million. I lived there for a short while. I saw it. And I also met other naturals. Other people flew all the way from the United States and other countries, and they also taught me. So all this stuff I'm teaching you, body language, social skills, flow drill, and also emotional control, they're just the stuff that naturals do. Whenever I try to tell the zombies, right, they're just lazy. They're so fucking autistic. And I'm not here to diagnose because I'm not a psychiatrist, but they're so fucking autistic that they're socially impaired. They don't know what the fuck is doing. But this Italian guy is doing that stuff. And he's understanding. He's getting like 9 out of 10s.
Researching, and it is all like then it becomes so easy to pour that it's not really getting laid with girls without much work. So it's fucking amazing. And guys, if you want to invest in coaching, you should work with John because the only one that I work with coaches, and he's the only one that allowed me to with a new personality, a new way of being, which is not really attractive. It's not like so I say that it's not some routine, it's not some excitement I have from the.
So there's actually no fucking routines. There's no fucking routines at all. There's no lines in my system that you have to remember exactly. You switched with the algorithm. It's very natural.
Just like myself. So I just go to grocery shopping and start talking to girls and then try to pull, and if the logistics do not allow to pull, get a number, then go on a date and then pull. So fucking easy.
Yeah, numbers don't fucking flake when you level up like a natural. Eureka! If it's that simple. I tell the people from fucking Reddit, they don't fucking understand what I'm saying. And they're like, oh, John's going crazy again. He's talking to the camera and he's getting closer. He's turning back into Dan Pena again, right? The old John Elite's back. Right? The tough motherfucker is back. It's like the new John Elite is gone. The old one's coming back. The guy who's tougher on their students. Yeah. People leave because they don't want to hear the truth.
So I wanted to talk about my 7th lay I had.
Okay, we'll worry about 7th lay afterwards, okay? So don't worry. We'll move on from here. I just want to establish myself because... All right. So what's the third secret? The third secret is Daygame is harder because of bad tonality from the inflation and tariff. Yeah, what do you mean bad tonality, John? Well, it makes you sound depressed. It makes you sound depressed and very lethargic. And also, you sigh at the end of the sentence and you breathe out like this, and women get turned off. I mean, women are already depressed by the fucking inflation. Why are you sounding depressed? You're just making them double depressed. What the fuck? Don't you get it? Don't you get it? So, okay, only 12 people so far, not very good. To post another one. But it's very important because of the winner and loser effect. You got too much cortisol. You're going to have a lot of cortisol and you're going to be fucked. And you might be like, what are you talking about, cortisol, John? Cortisol? How is that going to ruin things? Well, it's very simple. Cortisol is a stress hormone. It is not a nice hormone to have. In fact, Mr. D, the reason why you cannot sleep at night and wake up in the morning, there's too much cortisol. That's when you know. So let's look this up. So it's not bullshit. Oh, you can't diagnose it. Okay, let's just look it up then. Cortisol, winner and loser effect. All right. Let's look at Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Fuck, it's so hot. Let me turn on the fan. All right. Let's talk about it. The winner and loser effect is an aggression phenomenon in which the winner effect increases probability that the animal will win future aggressions after experiencing previous wins. Just like my Pakistani mentor. While the loser effect will increase the probability that the animal will lose future aggressive interactions after experiencing previous losses. Just like Reddit, they're all fucking losers. Overall, this effect can either increase an animal's aggression behavior depending on what the effect of the species concerned. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because the more you win, the more testosterone you get. The more you lose, the more corticosteroid you have. So let's read what it has to say just to make sure that I'm not just making stuff up. Oh, you don't know anything about psychology, right? So this is what Wiki says. In some animals, winner and loser effect have been shown to cause hormonal differences in blood plasma. Hormones like corticosteroid are found to be higher in animals experiencing the effect, the loser effect, than those experiencing the winner effect. Corticosteroid is a stress hormone and is likely raised due to implications of loss in animals. The loser effect. Some researchers, does that make sense, Mr. D? If you have experiencing some loss in your life, you get more cortisol. So that's what's happening. Cortisol is such a pussy dryer that I'm pretty sure that a hater, even if they went on be a passport bro for just a couple of weeks in Mexico, I'm pretty sure they did not get laid even from Tinder or Nightgame or anything. Otherwise, they won't be angry at me. Why blame me? Blame yourself, right? I didn't teach Nightgame. I didn't teach Tinder. It's your fault because everything I told you, your tonality sucks. Your body language sucks. You have too much cortisol. And what used to work before the fucking inflation years ago no longer works now. So Redditors are experiencing a loser effect. I searched their thread. Nobody got laid. You need professional training. This is the only thing that's still working. I can post another 100 video testimonials. You already saw it in 6 extra ones. I posted 2 before from the Italian. 6 of them right there that has never ever been shown to the public. And you're seeing it for the first time. So that's why Daygame becomes harder. That's why people like to go to Nightgame because they don't believe in themselves. Okay, I'm just trying to post this again so people shows up. Thank you for being here, Mr. D. You guys have any questions? Because a lot of you are going to Nightgame. Mr. D, you're also doing the same thing. Don't you should just pick one of them and double down on it. Because if you split your attention, right? Daygame, Nightgame, Tinder, right? You split into 33%. You know, you don't want to become the jack of all trades and master of none. You want to be the master of one. I hope that makes sense because it rhymes with none. Doing only one thing is more fun. Or else you're going to have the runs. I have like so many puns. Right? I need a 10. I need to get more sun. How many lays did Tinder get? Just one. Almost none. So Marco wants to get someone a little bit more young, like 18 years old, or maybe 21. Now I'm just freestyling off the top. All right, let's continue. I am reposting another 40 privated testimonials just to really censor it and have 60 unreleased late testimonials. This is key because this proves that there's only one system that's working. There's only one way that works, which is skill maxing. No matter how much people hates on me, I can always post another 100 video testimonials for Daygame in a row. But if they ignore it, right, they're fucking losers. They might pump their state and be medtel. They're affected by cortisol, so they think it's harder, and they focus on both, but don't. They're like the blind leading the blind in Reddit. Now I know what you're thinking. All right, let's just play the last two testimonials, shall we? Let me turn off the fan. Okay. Where the fuck is everybody? There's hardly any views, right? This might be my last YouTube live on the second channel for a while. Is everybody turning depressed, MGTOW, or they're just completely delusional, like stupid sheeps or worshippers like Reddit? Fucking losers. Okay, I got it. I gotta take this. Hold on a second. All right, you're welcome, and this is good because you know, with my training, you got two lays with two white girls, two redheads, right? And also, you got many night game lays. I'm talking about night game. I'm on YouTube live on the second channel. And also, you listen to my mental filter, right? Some people don't. It saved you for your job and your whole career, right? I wish they knew it. I wish they knew that. But yeah, you're welcome. And if you need any more advice, please use your elite access because you still have access for like another like 10 months or something. There are some people that don't listen to me, they fail, but you're a winner. So everything is correct in your life. So I'm glad that it helped. That's what he said.
Just on your advice is superior and your mental filter is superior to like, I
Yeah, it worked. I saved his life. I saved many people's lives. And because I think clearer than you. Whenever you have the far left thinking like that, they don't really think clearly when they get triggered and they're delusional, those types, like sheeps. Anyways, let's play the last um Italian. Okay, so there's not that many views. Let me change it again. Uh Maybe the title is not good, or maybe or maybe people are getting sick of me because they turn off because of haters. But why hate on Johnny Lee? He's the best in the world. You can literally make up anything, like literally. I mean, if the hater is like a magician, I could just say, like, for kids and stuff, I could say that it's like Epstein. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I could make a hit piece like that easily. That's like exactly, that's stupid, but that's what they're doing. They're like trying to make me the most evil person in the world. They're just making a bunch of stuff up. Start straw man argument. I could straw man too, but I'm not going to do that because I have feelings. You know, they don't have any fucking feelings. It's almost like that guy who crashed into three people, the Indian guy, and he has no emotions whatsoever. I don't know. Is it similar? Is it like no emotions, triggered feelings, but no emotions? Game versus night game. Uh, Let's see. Which one gets laid faster with fewer approaches? Let's just try to see if that one works. Huh. It might work. Let's change the title. But let's hear the last two. All right. Hey, I mean, you might get bored, but show me one coach right this year or last year who got lay testimonials for Daygame. If you get bored, right, because it's common for you, it's not common for other coaches. It's not even common for Reddit. Nobody gets laid from Reddit. So let's find a testimonial. Where the fuck is it? Ah, here it is. Shit.
I am Italian. It actually is. I get from him from Daygame, and yeah, since I started working with John, like my game changed completely, become way more natural way.
Okay, this is that number 6 lay.
Yeah, I'm still convinced. Like the more I work with John, the more I'm convinced that is you go back to your level. But with John,
Just look for number 7.
Get laid effortlessly. Like the night on the beat, stay with you. Like you build this up.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
How to just to do game. Like when you learn what John teaches you just to exist, be out there, like in a place where there are ears, and you start so easily, like it'd be so easy to start conversations, and then through these conversations in the course, super fucking easy, like so natural that sometimes I'm surprised, like I'm not doing anything crazy, I'm just following the algorithm that John shared with me, which is super simple. It's like a few steps you have to follow to keep the conversation going and to be flirty, and that is all. Like then it becomes so easy to all that, yeah, just naturally getting laid with the girls above your league without much work. So it's fucking amazing. And yeah, if you want to invest in coaching, you should work with John because he's the only one that will. I work with many coaches, and he's the only one that allowed me to with a new personality, a new way of being, which is not like not really attractive. It's not like some if I say I have to put some stupid routine. It's not some excitement I have from the bootcamp. It's just like myself. So I just go to grocery shopping and start talking to girls, and then try to pull. And if the logistics do not allow to pull, get a number, then go on a date and then pull. So fucking easy.
Right.
So I wanted to talk about my 7th lay.
So number 7. He's got too many lays. You can almost hear in his voice. He's oversexed. You're like, what do you mean by oversexed? He has so much sex, right? That with 9 out of 10s, right? With my training, the pictures are on my site. If you don't believe me, he's banged so many fucking Russians, Kazakhstan, Polish. Like he banged like every race, every type of white girl. You guys would dream for that kind of thing. Not even other dating coaches can get that kind of results. This is a 5'8" Italian.
So this is my 7th.
7.
Fuck close since I talked with him. Main difference I noticed since I'm working with John is that the quality of girls I'm able to is way higher than before and is more consistent. And this is because we focus on habits, on drills, on improving my vocal tonality, on improving my body language, and this helps me to get these higher quality girls. And this lay I had is actually with girls who is 20 years old and is 10 years younger than me. So it's like living the Leonardo DiCaprio's dream. And yeah,
he bangs like a 20-year-old French girl, and that's good. He's like, he just turned 30, and he's banging like a fucking 20-year-old. Not only does he get 9 out of 10s, this one was more like 8 or something, but she has a nice body.
Since next to drills and exercises, John. I know John can be like tough sometimes and like being a character, but I think it's really worth investing in.
So if I'm tough and it gets people laid, instead of saying, "Oh, that's so wrong," don't be a fucking lazy person. Just do the fucking drills. Don't get like fucking punished. Besides, I don't kick people out. I just ban them for a week or 2, and they come back and they actually follow the assignments.
What in that? Daygame was your winner. Things are with him going to stay with you forever because he helps you change how things get. What way that I would stay with you forever and celebrate forever. This what records as a.
This is the last one. So what happens with number 8? Why did he stop? I wanted him to get 100 lays. I wanted him to reach 100, but he doesn't want it anymore. When you get too much pussy, you eventually find somebody that you like. And then that's what happened to him. People can be jealous. Haters can be jealous. John's so bad. John's so wrong, right? But the truth, the gospel, if you try to crucify Jesus, the truth is on my side. I can post 100 video testimonials in a row until the end of the year. This is numbers. This is like 6 more that I haven't posted from this guy. I only posted 2 of his.
As a for AI see started working with John, and he's up and on June 40. So this is the second layer of love, and even these ones as every layer that since I started working with John is that they're all very super high value women, not just for looks, but even like personality wise. So they're like my type of woman, which with whom I would start a relationship as well. So it's really great, and what I want to say, like it's what's getting better working with John is that now it's becoming more effortless. So I'm basically slowly becoming like my game is becoming more natural, so it's free from tricks and techniques. And yeah, also like heard some people say that it's because I'm like good looking and shit, but I mean before working with John I was not getting these results. Like I was not sleeping with this type of woman, so like it's not because of that. Yeah, and I mean my SME is also because of the suggestions that John gave me, so everyone can improve as well that side. And yeah, of course this last lady from Daygame, so I had this girl in Daygame, and then I went to her and get sex. And so yeah, this is it. I suggest everyone to work with John. Everyone who wants to like develop not like gains over relying on tweaks and tactics or like only short-lived, but actually work in the long term and actually work with higher caliber women.
Yeah, that's the thing. You cannot just look at the lay testimonials, right, and come in here like an unteachable case. You walk in here, right? You're not enlightened. You don't understand anything I'm saying, and then you start salivating, right? You're like, right? You start drooling, right? And you're like, oh, I want to be a lay testimonial. And then all of a sudden, you come into my coaching like a fucking zombie without any emotional intelligence and no social intelligence. You're like, why am I doing this drill more than once? Because I'm a lazy fuck. You can't just walk in here and do it your way and says, well, mystery method said this and RSD. There's no fucking lay testimonials in fucking Reddit. There's no fucking lay testimonial. There's only one person laid in Reddit in 2025. If that were the case, then why even do the mystery method? Why worship white dating coaches? Why? What do you get out of it? Because their stuff don't work no more. Like, you guys are all fucking delusional. It's like, I'm trying to tell you guys the fucking truth. Nobody wants to listen. It's like, everyone wants to be an expert. Oh, John, just advise me how I can do it my way. But, just give me some few pieces of advice. I'll bench hold it my way. The reason why you're stuck is because you're bench holding it your way. Because you think you're an expert. You don't know shit. Okay, I'm losing my voice. Only one person here. What the fuck? They got triggered or something, or maybe they didn't like to hear a testimonial, because if they're not getting laid and they see stuff like this, they're gonna lose their fucking minds. They're gonna get fucking jealous. I can understand the jealousy. Yeah, I mean, I mean, it must be so like painful whenever you see more late testimonials that you have to tear it down. Well, then I'll post more. Tear it down more, I'll post more. You tear it down, I'll post even more. They're fucking losers. All right. So there's 0 people here. They all ran away. Right? Right? Stupid. Stupid. I'm just calling people out for not listening. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Because success leaves clues. I mean, I don't know why people hate on me. They should be all begging for my training. They should all be begging for my training because it works. Anyways. Exactly, 100%. I'm glad there's still one person here. I'm glad there's still one person. So let me see. I'm gonna give myself a like. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do that. Echo, 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 echo. All right. So what do I want to talk about now? I know what you're thinking is that you should do a lot of night game. That's what you're thinking. Well, the tricky thing is here that very autistic students will go directly to night game all the time. It's an obsession. It's like they have to have a plan B. You don't need a plan B. You need a plan A. You ignore plan B. You burn all the boats behind you and you go 100% for a day game. Fuck Tinder, fuck night game. Burn the boats behind you. Time to fight on. There's no other choice but to win. When you have that mentality and there's no like exit strategy, there's no cushion to fall on, there's no plan B, then plan A, you go all in. That's the problem. When you have people that are used to plan B, like Tinder and night game before, and they used to get laid before and not anymore because of the tariff and inflation, then you got to double down on plan A. Fuck plan B, plan A. Burn the boats behind you. So that's the thing. Because plan A equals skills, rehearsals, like the army, MMA. Drills equals skills, rehearsals, so you can adapt in the field. And I don't think you guys understand what does that mean. Drills equals skills, and you can adapt in the field. When you do enough drills enough times, right? Look at the IDF when they got attacked on October the 7th. What did they do on October the 7th? They went tunnel to tunnel and destroyed Hamas. And then they went to Lebanon to destroy Hezbollah. And then they destroyed the Houthis and they went and destroyed Iran. The United States helped. Does that make sense? But the thing is that how could they mobilize and be so effective? Because they do a lot of drills. I've learned Krav Maga from the IDF, not directly from the IDF, but it's an IDF martial art. It's not good for MMA, but it has done a lot of drills. I've done drills. Every 15 minutes, we work on one drill over and over until we perfect it. So that way we can apply out there. If somebody tries to shoot us or stab us, we'll automatically just go right into the counterattack. Does that make sense? So when you're out there without a boot camp, when you do all these drills, you go out there. I don't have to be standing next to you at 5'7". You're like a fucking giant. And Johnny Lee's like, why is this fucking midget so fucking short, right? I thought 5'7" was like not medium height, but he looks like a fucking midget. You know, it's like that. It's like, why will you need me standing next to you and in there coaching you on what to fix when in reality you can fix it yourself because you've done the drills, it's self-corrected, and that's how the students get laid without boot camp. It's that fucking simple. It's not rocket science. What don't you get? No plan B. Plan B is bad. You want plan A. Fuck plan B. All right. As I was saying, and I've updated Elite Bundle Resurrections for you. Now you can build your habits in 21 days, so you don't need a fucking bench hold camp. Most of my courses, training uses 21-day habit thing. It's my big secret to adding more points to their 20 out of 35. Or else, if you don't train with me, you can always turn MegTowel, right, and never come back. You cannot add points by mass approaching, Mr. D. You saw what happened with Reddit. 777 people, only one person got laid. Mass approaching does not work. Volume, all that stuff. Why don't people talk about this? And also, they're reinforcing bad habits the more you approach. You can't fix your issues behind your eyes. You can't see it. You have to record it. What gets measured gets accomplished for drills. And with my supervision, you can see the mistakes. And here's the thing. If you're lazy, right, you don't show up, you have gaps in your training. When you finally do the 21 days, you can finally focus. It's not like 14 days and you just quit. Nobody got laid in 14 days this year. It was pretty hard. It took at least minimum 21 days by installing the skills and breaking habits and plans. That day when you show up for 3 weeks, you get laid. It's like the Death Star, all the beams align. Then boom, it shoots the planet and destroys it because you got 20 out of 35. That's why you should get elite bundle resurrections. But if you're MedTel and you cannot afford it, I actually built a brand new course. And you're like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? You build a brand new course, John? Well, I'm just in the working stages and see who's interested. I'll read you the new sales letter that I wrote. I haven't fully read out loud. Then you can see, right? Let's see here. Are you putting me on notification? All right. So let's just see it. All right. Let me just read it and see what it sounds like because I never read it out loud. Here's a new course. Okay. Here's a secret course. It's going to be rolled out very soon because people are quitting and turning MGTOW. I don't care about the people that are like Redditors. These guys are losers because only one got laid out of like 777. Or I mean, 777,000. All right. Let's try my best. It's on my phone right now. I'll read it out loud. Attention enlightened day gamers who wish they had more resilience. Wait, hold on. Fucking. Let me plug this in. Let me try this again, okay? I'm not going to perfect it the first time. All right? You listening? You all listening? All right. Attention enlightened day gamers. Do you want a little more radio voice? Okay. Attention enlightened day gamers who wish they had more resilience and not quit day game because of the tariff and economy, and who wants to approach again right away and not quit. At last, this program to work all the steps to get out there and approach for day game again, despite the inflation and tariff that just happened this month. And it helps you not quit day game now. Yes, I'm ready to approach again, get rid of approach resistance, approach anxiety, and also crippled by the inflation and the now installed tariff. Develop Navy SEAL like mental resilience to day game using their actual mental toughness protocols for day game, and have a prep course for those who are not ready for the elite bundle resurrections and feels others can do it, but you can't because you don't have the resilience or the tools to succeed that the grittier day gamers are born with from my other students. I understand that when I act now, I get a digital course that goes over how not to turn MGTOW. As I coach an Indian person from London, going through all the steps and protocols so he can approach for more than a week in a row and don't turn MGTOW for day gamers. That's the name of the course. The name of the course I've decided is called Unquit Day Game, Approach Again. That is for Don't Quit Day Game, Approach Again, which includes Module 1, the 4 tenets of the Navy SEALs for day game. Module 2, the 7 stages of grief, how the tariff and how to stop the 7 mental bullies from tackling you. Okay, Module 2, the 7 stages of grief for the tariffs. How to stop the 7 mental bullies from tackling you. Module 3, the 5 buckets of budgeting and how to clear debt so that you can day game again. Module 4, putting it all together, the protocols, step by step. All are self-hosted on Google Drive. and WhatsApp, and also YouTube private videos. I also understand when I act now, I also get Elite Daygame First Steps, the booklet. Beat approach anxiety and run your first approach today with the hybrid opener. Elite Focus for Day Gamers, 38 videos playlist, tactics to budget your income and attention during the inflation and tariff so stress does not tank your game. The archive course, I sell it for $50. Other bonus, you get access to my WhatsApp group. You can ask occasional questions and reach out to me quickly for clarity. There's a no refund policy. Since my advice is proven to work, Elite Day Game First Steps already have half the people for the $5 booklet before approaching. This covers whatever skill gap and mindset gap missing to make their approaches for the other half, even with financial difficulties and giving up easily without grit. Yes, I'm ready. I want to eliminate approach resistance, approach anxiety, stay motivated despite the inflation and tariff, and install the Navy SEAL resilience protocol adapted for civilians and day gamers. I need a prep course for guys not ready for elite bundle resurrections. So I will build the skills and discipline gritty day gamers used to win. So who is this for? Who's a good fit? True first, they judge by receipts and outcomes. They're coachable. They adjust fast from actionable feedback. Runs a 21-day drills. If they miss more than 2 days, that's not good. They track the reps. They'll log everything for the audio and video. Focus on body language, tonality, calibrations. Okay, focus on their tonality. Okay, focus on their body language, tonality, social calibrations, not scripts. And they can manage the stress, cortisol, and trains their voice to be in control. So who is this not for? Do not join if you're looking for guru hype, worshipping, and pick coaches by popularity or looks, or height or race. This is not for mass approaching, roulette tactics collecting, and game tricks. Not for ego, defensive, triggered people blaming the market and wants to compliment and not corrections. This is not for those who has no tracking or measurements, inconsistent, quits on friction. Not for those who thinks texting. Okay, not for those who thinks that texting is game instead of fixing bad infields and refuses tonality work. This is not for those boundary testing, drama seeking, buying ghost behavior types. So if you're a fit, enroll now. I understand that the regular price for all of this is $179. It's already a good price. If it's $179, that already will get you approaching again for 7 days in a row minimum and turn you unmegged out. But when I act now, those who pays attention. If you invest in the early launch and you emotionally invest, I don't want poor people that have a massive approach anxiety, excuses, severe ADHD, and they're broke, triggered, and they cannot read emotions. Tire kickers who don't implement with an avoidant personality. You understand that you get everything right now for the early launch price of $97. $97. So click here to get early access for the course when it's being developed and split tested while you get the final version. If you buy other courses, you get $100 off coupon when you show me your receipts for your invoices. So for this course called Unquit Day Game, Approach Again. Hold on a second. Yeah, for those who pays attention. If you invest, you emotionally invest. I don't want poor people who have massive approach anxiety, excuses, severe ADHD, and they're broke and they're triggered and they can't read emotions. The tire kickers who don't implement with an avoidant personality. I get everything for only $99. Click here to get early access to the course when it's being developed and split tested until you get the final version. If you buy my other courses, you get $50 off coupon. I mean, you get $100 off coupon when you show me your receipts to approach, okay, to unquit Daygame, approach again. Get rid of approach resistance, approach anxiety, also crippled by the inflation and tariff. To your success. John Elite, the world's best Daygame coach. P.S. Every minute you don't turn MGTOW, or every minute you do not, every minute, okay, P.S. Every minute that you wait to get, unquit Daygame, approach again, is another minute before you turn MGTOW due to the tariff and people quit on massive levels, not knowing the economy is tied to their motivations. I can fix this so it doesn't affect you. So don't quit for 10 years and try to come back failing again. Put the power of don't quit. Approach again. A course for day gamers so you don't turn MGTOW to work for you so that you can quickly and easily approach again and get rid of approaching resistance, approach anxiety, also crippled by the inflation and tariff, and develop Navy SEAL like mental resilience to day game using their actual mental toughness protocols for day game, and have a prep course for those who are not ready for elite bundle resurrections and feels others can do it, but you can't because you don't have the resilience or the tools to succeed that the grittier day gamers have, that they're born with. PPS. But don't just take my word for it. I will show testimonials from happy, enlightened day gamers who wish they had more resilience and not quit day game because of the tariff in the economy, who wants to approach again right away and not quit just like you. But yeah, that's the newest sales letter. What do you guys think? The girl I'm seeing sent me want kids and want to get married with me, but to be honest, this might be a lay. But is it worth it in your opinion? It is fine to send yes, but you want to keep looping beyond that. Does that make sense? You want to loop over and over in your text and just keep looping and looping until she says okay. But the reason why that women says that she wants kids and stuff, and that's the reason why she's like holding out, is because some women, they only want to date if they can have kids. They want to see if you stick around or not. Does that make sense? Otherwise, they won't bother. If you say the second thing, right, she will probably go away. So what you want to do is, actually, I'll mute the YouTube live so they cannot hear. All right. So I didn't want you guys to hear that because a lot of these secrets, right, are only for students. There are things that I know, and most likely it will get him a girlfriend again in LA. She wants to have kids, but this might be another student who gets married. Who knows? It's like already another student's going to propose. So if my students are all proposing, getting married, getting laid, right, getting girlfriends, and then the haters on Reddit is getting nothing but dry dick, then fuck the haters. Only one people laid out with 777,000 people. Seriously, what the fuck? Stop hating on me. Anyways, I hope you like the sales letter. Give it a thumbs up. I have not actually released the sales letter yet. I have to write it out there and put it on my website soon. But lots of people are turning MGTOW. Because they're turning MGTOW, they're giving up Daygame. I can't have MGTOW giving up Daygame. Because if they give up on Daygame, I get less students. I don't care if half the people hates my guts. They have the right to hate my guts, and because they're sociopaths. They're triggered, they have low self-esteem, and they're the far left. They have the right to hate my guts because they want to be their own dating coaches. They think they're experts. Let them hate my guts. But however, for the other people who are not MGTOW, they should join. They should fucking join because I will post 100 video fucking testimonials in a row. I just posted 10 new ones. Right? I just post another 30 of them, censoring the fucking lay pictures, and then I'll post another 60 of them unreleased. You already saw the Italian guy's unreleased. And he only got 8 lays. I know like that's a lot to you guys, but it's not a lot for my students. My students can get a lot more than that. He shouldn't have fucking quit, but he quit because he wants to stay with an Italian woman. He wants to stay with the Italian woman that became his girlfriend, and he quit the Daygame for her. So that does happen. Sometimes people do quit Daygame for her. I hope that makes sense. I got to tend to the Latino student who's 21 years old because he might get a girlfriend soon. If he gets a girlfriend soon, then that would be another middle finger towards the hater. If he gets laid and he gets a girlfriend, then yeah, he'll make another video testimonial and he might be out of the game. Who knows? But success leaves clues. We'll see what happens. Give it a thumbs up and thank you for being here. Not that many people showed up, but hopefully later on, when this thing is finished, more people will show up to the cause. My students are my disciples. I'm like Jesus, and the other person is like Judas, turning like fucking like the Romanians or Romans, and also the fucking other Jewish people. Like, no, it's not saying fucking like Jewish. I mean, like the other people, just like Jewish people during Jesus' time, at that particular time against Jesus. But hey, I don't feel like being crucified. And I will post another 100 video testimonials. But if you guys are gonna MGTOW this shit and act like fucking poor people, that's not good. Because the economy is killing people's motivation. It's killing people's motivation. It's very important that your motivation is not killed. So, anyways, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for being here. If it reaches like over 35 to 40 views, I will make another video as soon as possible and I'll write another script. Thank you for being here, guys. Give it a thumbs up.